Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. Not sure if you guys can actually hear me. Please let me know if you can, because we are having a technical glitch here. Bear with me. Bear with me, people. Switch actually works. There we go. Now I can hear myself, and hopefully you guys can hear me as well. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you, all of you right there, to another one of my live streams. This is the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. This giveaway is actually sponsored by some friends out in Stockton at Grapevine Cards and Comics. They have hooked us up with a couple of really cool books that we are about to send back to the comic book community, that being Amazing Spider-Man 361 first print and second print. And you definitely want to stay tuned, because there could be a couple of curveballs. There could be a couple of curveballs that are thrown in this live stream. So you definitely want to stay tuned, because we don't quite know what's going to happen. I'm going to be making some stuff up. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to be flying by the seat of our pants, and so anything can actually happen in here. So before we get started, shout out to Mark Tripp. Mark Tripp's like, thanks, Grapevine. That's what's up. Before we get started, I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers that have actually joined me here in the room. We're going to scroll up to the top of the list here. Comic Corpse is in here. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. He says, happy new comic book day indeed. I will say, however, that it is also a slightly sad day. It's a slightly sad day for me, because House of X and Powers of 10 is officially over as of today. So I'm a little sad. I have not read the last issue yet. So I don't want to talk about that, but I am going to read it after this live stream is over. Tina is in the house. Tina, is good to see you. Punish Comics is in the house. Scrolling down, B Comics 313 is here. Heavy Hammer Jim is in the house, brother. It is good to see you. Scrolling down through the names, Aaron Finkelstein is in the house. Chris is here. Zorro is here. Kyler is in the house. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Christopher is here. Matt Forge is in the house. Mark Tripp, who we already spoke with. Perry Comics is in the house, brother. It's good to see you. Here is Darwin. Mixtape Master is here as well. Ben Ruda is in the house. Omega Comics is here. Scrolling through, Eric is here. Bayou Boy Entertainment is here. It is good to see all of you guys popping through a couple of names. Robert Santiago, Joe is here. Sparkle is here. It is good to see everybody. And again, I want to thank you guys for joining me for this live stream, which I just decided to do a few moments ago, to be honest with you. Part of the reason for that is because they are expecting or predicting that they are going to potentially cut the power off in certain parts of the Bay Area. We had some fires a few months ago that were tied to some electrical lines. So the power company has decided to cover and protect themselves, that they're basically just going to cut the power off because the wind might blow a little stronger. Last time we checked, the winds were blowing at 2 miles an hour, and they are predicting that they are going to cut the power off at about 8 o'clock. So if I go dark in 30 minutes and I'm still live, you guys will understand it is because PG&E has decided to cover its own self-interest. So there you go. Huge shout out to everybody. What is this? Reynolds is like, finally made it to a live show. There you go. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Yeah, we had a couple of technical difficulties right at the beginning, but we are indeed back up and running. Do not ruin this for me, Greek Freak. Do not ruin it for me. I'm looking right at you, brother. Don't ruin it for me. Steven, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Another Matthew is up in here. It's definitely good to see you guys. No, this giveaway has not been done. That was the thing, is that I had so much stuff that was going on in like my professional and personal life that the giveaways have kind of sort of backed up on me. And so I'm trying to get a couple of things out so that we can get on to a couple of other things. So definitely stay tuned for some of that stuff. All right. So we are going to be giving away a couple of really cool books here, that being Amazing Spider-Man 361 first print and second print. There were a ton of people that actually entered this week's giveaway. And I'm very pleased by that. Part of what I was trying to do is to wait to let people enter the contest, because I mean, I want to be able to give people opportunities to actually win some stuff, you know? And so somebody sent me a message and they were like, hey, it's the 7th. Is the contest over? No, because if you read the note, I said 7th-ish, meaning that I possibly would end it later because I wanted to give people ample time to actually enter the giveaway for this week. And there were a lot of people that entered, which gives me a lot of pleasure that we're going to be able to give a lot of people an opportunity to win. And to me, as a content creator, that's important, right? That we are a little more inclusive. And so this is actually the second giveaway that we are doing this week. Actually, it'll potentially be the third giveaway that we're doing this week. And one thing that I will say to you is that when you are entering the contest, make sure that you are entering the proper contest, right? Because if I'm running 2 contests at the same time, entering the proper phrase, the correct phrase into the wrong MailChimp is not, it's not going to work. So we have to make sure that when we are entering the contest, because there are multiple contests, that we're entering into the correct contest, the right phrase and the right contest. So I just want to kind of throw that out there because I think there were some people that inadvertently did something other than that. And so it's tough when there are hundreds of people that enter the contest to try to look for one person. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully people get where I'm coming from. And again, I think that one of the trends that I'm actually seeing is that people are actually abiding by the rules, which gives me a tremendous amount of hope for the future. So I want to thank you guys for continuing to kind of abide by the rules of the contest that we do, which is one entry per household. And so that's just a really important metric. So what I want to do here is, again, this is sponsored by the guys over at Grapevine, who hooked us up big time with a really cool book. So I don't want to belabor the point anymore. We're actually going to roll these dice and figure out how many times we are actually going to have to randomize this thing. And thankfully, it is a low number of 5. So we're going to randomize this list a total of 5 times. And then we are going to find out who it is that will be our winners, because we are giving away at least 2 things tonight. And so here is the list of individuals that entered the contest. I actually posted this up, I want to say yesterday, so that everyone could have ample time to review it and make sure that their name is indeed here. And again, one of the things we realized is that people were actually entering the correct phrase in the wrong window. And so therefore they didn't necessarily enter the contest the proper way. So these are all of the individuals that managed to find the phrase and also plug it into the right window. So these are all the names, and we'll see exactly how many in just a second. But there are 374 people that entered the contest. So we are going to randomize this thing a total of 5 times, and we are going to declare our winners. So that is once, that is twice. Here is a 3rd time, a 4th time, and the winners of the Amazing Spider-Man 361 giveaway 5,000 subscribers are, I should say, Scott and Randy Resnake. Randy Resnake is an awesome dude. Huge shout out to Randy for winning this thing. So here's what we need. Scott and Randy as the winners. Congratulations to both of you. I need you to send me an email to RegieCollects@gmail.com, REGIE collects. And if you send that email to me, I will be able to send out to you, Scott, a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 361, and then to you, Randy, Amazing Spider-Man 361 second print. So these are the gifts that are actually going to be sent out as part of first class mail in a Gemini shipper to these 2 individuals. So send me an email with your full contact information to RegieCollects@gmail.com, and I'm actually going to get this mailed out to you guys. I will put them in the mail tomorrow if I get your emails tonight. All right. So congrats to those 2 individuals that actually won this giveaway. Ton of people, ton of names in this list. And again, it's really cool to be able to give lots of people an opportunity to actually win. Comics with Bueller, how you doing, brother? No, Comics with Bueller, you did not win, sir. You did not win. But here's the thing. As I told you guys, there were going to be a couple of curveballs. I also, in this video, want to give you guys or show you guys the book that is going to be given away this week as part of the Go Collect giveaway. It is this book right here. We are giving away New Mutants number 87, a 9.4 with white pages. This is the Go Collect giveaway book for this week. Pretty awesome book, I think. And I think everybody knows what this book is. It is the first appearance of Cable and some other stuff, some other people, but it's the first appearance of Cable. This is the book that we're giving away. New Mutants number 87, a 9.4 with white pages. This is the book that we are going to be giving away. And the phrase that you need, let's just let's do I don't know, let's keep it simple. Let's do strife. Strife is the phrase that you need to enter. And for those of us that are challenged with spelling, as because I am one of those people, we are going to spell strife here, and spelling will count. All right. So here we go. Stryfe. Stryfe is the phrase that you need to actually be able to be in the running for this book. All you do is head over to the community tab. You find the post where I'm talking about the Go Collect giveaway. The Go Collect giveaway is what you're looking for. You want to click on the link for MailChimp. You go to MailChimp. There's 3 pieces of information you plug in. 2 of them are personal to you, and one of them is the phrase. The phrase is strife. You plug that in, you are in the running. All you then do is tune in to the Ready, Set, Go preview show, which airs every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time to find out if you are indeed the winner. So there you go. Relatively straightforward. So scrolling down, no, not stripe, not stripe, strife. He wants me to spell it again. Ken, thank you, brother. Ken, my man, is on it. He just put it in there for those of us that may be a little challenged with my Detroit accent. Strife is the word, capital S, strife. So there you go. That is the phrase for this week. I want to wish everybody a good luck in the contest. And again, Matthew is saying congratulations on 5K. Thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate it. We are actually getting close to like 6,500. Or 5,500. So we're making a ton of progress here, which I think is really cool. I am just pumped about the future. I think that people are enjoying the content that is coming out from the channel, which is really the big goal, right? The number of subscribers, great, but people enjoying the content that is coming out from the channel, I think is a really, really big thing. And one of the things I want to do is to try to crush this guy named Travis. I want to crush this guy named Travis, because that is the ultimate pinnacle goal of being able to do that. Ariel saying he ordered all of his pressing stuff today. Congrats, brother. Good luck with getting everything. I occasionally get messages from people about pressing after the pressing and cleaning video that I've done. And it's really rewarding to me, because people are sending messages and they're like, I am bringing comics back to life, right? People are posting videos and photos of the results that they're getting from using the techniques that I showed in my video. Again, it's just one of those things that's really rewarding when you can actually put out content that actually helps people, right? That helps people within the hobby to be smarter about what they're doing, to save some money, to be able to explore a new aspect of the hobby. It is a very fun and rewarding thing for me. And so, Ariel, brother, congratulations on getting your materials ordered. When they come in, I wish you all the success in being able to actually clean and press your own books. If you are challenged, just like anybody else out there, if you are challenged, send me a message and we will definitely go through it. In many cases, I'm gonna be honest with you, there are people that have reached out to me and they're like, hey, I'm having this problem, or I'm having that problem. And then when we start to dig into it, what I realized and what they realized is that they actually deviated from some of the guidance in the video, right? They use different Teflon paper and had issues. They use parchment paper. They had issues. They use regular copy paper. They had issues. And so I think that it's perfectly fine to experiment and to try some different things. I say that all the time. Like, I don't know everything, right? But the thing is that the materials and the process that I used work pretty well for me, and it works pretty well for others. And so I would say try to follow that as closely as you can, because I know that works, right? But again, if anybody out there is watching the pressing videos, the cleaning videos, encounters a challenge, has a problem, whatever it happens to be, send me a message and let's talk about it. Daddy, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Um, don't blame the wife, Heavy Hammer Jim. Thank you, Ken. I definitely appreciate you, brother. We give away good stuff on this channel, man. That's the thing, is that we've been doing this. I think it's a what? We're headed into right now our 33rd week of giving away stuff on the channel. And that's just go collect slabs. There's all kinds of other stuff that we give away that we never really talk about. And to be honest with you, it's fun to be able to do some of this stuff. It really is. Randy Rasnake, you need to go back and watch this video from the top, brother. No one give it away. Go back and watch it from the top. That's all I'm saying to you. There you go, Tina. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. Chaotic Kindness, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Chaotic Kindness, good friend that occasionally pops over to the house at various times. So it's good to see you. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Comic Collection Agency says I'll be at 6K in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you. A couple of people have made predictions about what is going to happen with the channel in terms of trajectory. And it's hard. It's hard because we could be at 6K, and it's just, it feels like that, yeah, there are a lot of people, but it still, to me, feels like a relatively small and intimate group of individuals that come together on a regular basis. I received a message earlier today from one of you guys out there that told me that you were trading comics with another person that comes to the chat. And so it's like there are connections that are being made in the chats that I think is really cool. Like, people are mixing it up and they're making friends here in the chat, and then they're continuing those conversations offline, and guys are actually trading books because of the channel, like coming together here and trading books. I think it's really cool. I actually have a trade sitting right here. A trade just came in to me from a subscriber that reached out to me. We had a back and forth. We made a deal. I sent off a bunch of books arrived. And it's just a really cool thing. It really is a cool thing. And I have some people that have reached out to me that have actually asked me, for tips and thoughts on, starting YouTube channels. And I'm actually thinking about putting together a video to help folks out there. And here's my thing is I honestly don't consider myself an expert, right? She Spawn is in the house. How you doing? Zeke, how you doing? Universe X, how you doing, brother? I don't consider myself an expert, right? There are people that have some really amazing channels that are much larger than mine that started around the same time, like Comics with Bueller and Comic Tom 101. These guys have much larger channels, but I think each one of us has a unique approach that works for us. And so what I want to do is, I'm thinking about it, is putting together a video to help some folks that are thinking about creating their own channels. And a lot of times the ideas for my videos really come from you guys. They come from you guys asking me questions and me hearing the same kind of questions over and over, and me deciding, okay, instead of me repeating myself multiple times, let me create a video, because there may not just be these handful of people that have asked the question that have that question. There may be others out there. And so I want to actually potentially create a video that might give some guidance to folks that are thinking about creating a YouTube channel. And if any of you out there are thinking about doing, I say go for it. This is a very rewarding kind of thing, in my opinion, where you actually make friends. You make friends, you build relationships. You're able to do really cool trades like this because people trust one another, because you see each other on camera and all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned for some of that. So I'm scrolling through. Almighty Larry King says, very much considering getting a press machine. Brother, think about it. Think about it and, decide what's best for you. I know a lot of people feel pressure to do it. I think it's one of those things like selling comics. You do it when you're ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't ruin it for me. Oh no, he's asking a different question. He says, coming out of House of X and Powers of 10, which titles are you think worthy keeping on your pull list? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to get all 6 of the brand new X-Men titles. I'm going to get all 6 of them, at least from issues 1 through 5. That is my commitment to my comic shop. I basically told them, look, I'm doing 1 through 5. I basically 5, I'll make a decision whether we're going to continue it or not. And so I'm pretty excited, honestly, about the regular X-Men title. The Marauders, I think, is pretty interesting. So I'll probably potentially roll with that one if it lives up to expectations. Maybe the X-Force, because I think that that's kind of fun with that Wetworks team that they have, the intellectual side and the Wetworks side. I kind of dig that mix. Outside of that, I don't know. Outside of that, it's a little bit of a crapshoot for me. So we will see what happens with them. But my pull list is going to balloon up, right? I'm going to lose 2, but then I'm ultimately going to gain a total of 4, right? So it'll be a lot of titles on the pull list, but we'll see. We'll see how they perform, Let me scroll down through the names. See Randy Resnake. Don't give it away. Go back, watch the video from the beginning. That's all I'm saying to you. No, here, I'll help you out. Here, this is for you, Randy Resnake, because you are such a good guy. I'm going to show you this screen right here. You, sir, are the winner of an Amazing Spider-Man 361 second print. Randy Resnake, that is you, sir. Congratulations. Send me an email to regiecollects@gmail.com. Give me your all of your contact information. I think I have it, but send me an email so that we can officially get this thing mailed out to you. Congratulations to you, brother. All right, so let me pop back here. Scrolling down. What does it say? Just found part of my collection that I had to sell over 10 years ago at a low. That's crazy. That is crazy. Did you buy it back or no? How did you know it was yours? That's interesting. How did you know that it was yours? Tom Garcia says, on the hunt for a pressing machine. There are actually a lot of t-shirt presses that are actually out there on the different apps, like your OfferUp, your Let Go and stuff like that. And I actually debated buying one secondhand, but ultimately decided to pull the trigger with one from Amazon. And it actually wasn't priced too crazy. So you may, again, be on the lookout, try to find one that makes sure that it actually meets your needs and all that good stuff. So scrolling down through the comments here. Oh, I love you. You're such an awesome dude. Scrolling down through the comments here. Yeah, well, you won, sir. You won, sir. It's all good. Scrolling down, I am way behind. All right, so here, I want to give a huge shout out to this guy right here. This guy, Scott, did you just win the contest? Scott, is that you that won the first place? I need to go back and look. If so, Comic karma is a real thing. So this Scott, I don't know if it's the same Scott, right? But this Scott right here that's on screen is the Scott that I'm actually working with to develop the next line of t-shirts that are going to be coming out from the channel. So that black shirt with the white letter that then turned into the red shirt with the white letter, that was this Scott right here. He hooked it up. We are actually working on this. The shirt that I showed you guys, the 2 that I showed you were unsolicited. So he was already working on those in the background. I actually went to him with an actual idea that he is in the process of trying to bring to life right now. I tell you guys, I'm working on some stuff in the background that hopefully will be really, really cool. Like there are some of you in here that have been privy to some of the stuff that I'm working on, but I'm trying to do some cool stuff. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it when it actually comes out. Almighty Liger King, brother, I'm telling you, I am right there with you. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for me. You are hilarious. Grant S says, hey, Reggie, just started watching your vids recently and love them. Thank you for all you do for the community. You are very welcome, Grant. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for the feedback. I really do appreciate it. As you can tell, and I think people can tell this, I genuinely have fun. I genuinely have fun with this stuff. There are days maybe when I'm not having a great day that I come on here and it actually makes my day better. There are times when I'm not having a great day. I don't come on camera because I'm not having a good day, but generally I am having a good time. If I'm talking about comics, I am, there are worse places to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that energy, that positivity, I think that comes through the camera. And I think that I believe that it actually touches people out there, which I think is a really good thing. So Grant, thank you very much. Ace says, just subscribe to your channel. Love the insight. Ace, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. Again, the channel is growing like crazy and it is really rewarding. So Yancey Street, if you guys haven't If you guys haven't checked out the videos that I dropped over the last couple of days, I definitely want to encourage you guys to do that. Yesterday's video was basically a rundown of really helpful websites that I've encountered, that I use, or that have been recommended to me. So I released that video. There are a lot of really great additional suggestions in the comment section. So even if you watch the video, you may want to go back and check it out again, because people are throwing out other sites, other apps and things like that that they find utility in. And so I think that that's definitely helpful. So if you haven't seen it or you have seen it, I definitely want to encourage you to go back and check it out, and also to check out the comments. Today, I dropped a video on smartly buying from eBay. And so there are some things that I kind of do as I'm buying or shopping for comics on eBay, and I kind of offer them up in a video. It's a sort of a long video, but I think that there are some nuggets there, I think, that might actually help people that either choose to use eBay or have to use eBay or want to use eBay. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I definitely want to encourage you to check that one out as well. All right. Eugene says, love my job that allows me to be on a live stream. Brother, you're probably on that T1 line. So it's probably coming in super clear and super fast. So congrats on that one right there. Here we go. Dropped a great ASM. Oh, check it out. Oh, there we go. Okay. So check them out. Check them out. What is this? Sorry, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. 6K before Thanksgiving from your mouth to the comic god's ears, my man, Matt Forge. Let's get that 6K. All right. John's comments with kids. How you doing? I am way behind on these comments. I'm gonna just scroll down to the bottom here. Oh, here we go. Ariel says, oh, I missed it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Somebody just said that they got, oh, here it is. I just received a book from Nucadia. Love the email updates and letter that comes. I'm going to tell you. So the thing is, I tried to put you guys up on some really, really cool sites. And so that's what that video is about. It's about some stuff that I've encountered that I think is really cool. Some of those nuggets that I have out there, that I've come across over the last couple of months and possibly even a year, that I wanted to kind of put out there for you guys to be able to check out. So, yep, there's definitely some good stuff out there. Daddy saying, Reggie, congrats on your success, and here's to all your future endeavors. Thank you. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. I want to scroll up. I know somebody actually bought a book from the guys over at Reese's Comics. Somebody sent me a message on that one earlier today. So said I thought that was very cool. There's a question here from Joe. Joe asks, how did I get started on YouTube? Drop one of those G's, Joe. Drop one G. I started on YouTube one day when literally I just turned on the camera. It's honestly as simple as that. I decided that I was going to turn on the camera and just talk to some people and try to better enjoy this hobby that we call comics. And I actually started off watching guys like Jim Mint, Sell My Comics, Jim's Comics, ETA Nick. Those were a couple of the guys that I started watching early on. And I had literally watched many of those videos every single morning while having breakfast. And at a certain point, I just kind of said to myself, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and do my own thing. You know, it's like, I'm gonna just turn on the camera and just record a video. Right. And so I did it. And, you know, like 5 people watched. And, you know, I did another and like, you know, 7 people watched. And then I did another and 2 people watched. And, you know, I just kind of stuck with it. And little by little, the channel just kind of grew. And, you know, the root of it really, it was that I wanted to have some fun. And I wanted to, it seemed like the guys that were recording videos and stuff like that on YouTube were just having fun and enjoying themselves and sharing their knowledge and learning from one another. And I thought that was really cool. And so I wanted to be part of that. And that's exactly what I decided to do. And it actually kind of worked out really, really well. And that's honestly how we ended up where we are right now, you know? So scrolling up through some of the comments here, Sean is saying, love the eBay buying. You know, it's one of those things, man. Yesterday's video and even today's video on eBay, you know, I recorded those videos and I'm never quite sure like how the videos are going to land on people. You know, you never know what people are going to find utility in. And a lot of times I do, you know, hey, what do you guys want to hear? And then from those ideas that are submitted and just from the questions that are asked, I get an idea of what people want to do and I create content from that. And then sometimes I just have epiphanies of, hey, I want to do this video. Like this one literally hit me as I was driving down the street. It's like, I'm going to record a video and I'm going to buy some stuff and I'm going to talk about how I buy stuff. and I recorded it and I released it. And it thankfully I think is being well received. So I think that's really cool. Mixtape Master says your videos on grading were a big help with understanding the grading process. You are very welcome for that. Again, it's one of those things, man. You just never know. You never know. You try to put out good content and you hope that it resonates with people, and sometimes it actually does. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. So Eugene is, if you guys remember earlier, he said that he found a collection in an antique shop that he sold years ago. And he says here, I found some artwork on some of the backing boards that he drew on when he was 15. That is crazy. That is crazy. Such a small world. Such a small world. I'd be lucky if I can find anything from my childhood, even with my mom. And this guy's finding stuff in the wild. That's crazy. Scrolling up through the comments here, because I was actually scrolling down. So I want to make sure that I didn't miss any of the comments here. I think I covered off on most of this stuff. I think I covered off on most of it. What is that? Some books that you pressed. Who was that? Collecting comics, I think it was. I think I lost it. Here we go. After all the books you've pressed, is there a feature of the press that you wish it had that was on another press? So I've only ever used one. This is actually a really good question. I've actually only used one press. And so it's hard for me to be able to compare. What I would tell you, one thing that would really help me is if I had the ability to auto set the level. And what I mean by that is once I get the press set for a regular comic book, I want to be able to like hit a button and have it go right back to that level. And the reason for that is if I'm pressing like an annual or square bound book, that requires me to make adjustments to accommodate for that square bound book, because the thickness of that book is more than a regular comic. So having like preset levels would be fantastic. You hit a button and it adjusts for a square bound. You hit another button and it adjusts for a regular comic. That would be fantastic. Outside of that, I'm pretty good with my press. You know, I think my press works really well, but one of the issues again is making those adjustments where it's like, I want to press all the regular comics first, and then I want to press like the square bound book last, because that, and then just the adjustment back is just, it's work. It takes time. And so it would be a whole lot easier if there were some presets on there. And yeah, I am making some, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I was this close to buying the last comic in Amazing Spider-Man. And what I need for my run of Amazing Spider-Man is issue number 3. I was ready to buy it. I was hunting, ran into a shop owner who said to me, you might want to come next door because I have some things that you might be interested in. I go next door. I look in the box. Sure enough, there were some things that I was interested in. I immediately forfeited my money. Immediately forfeited my money for what was in that box. Now, I won't tell you what's in that box because that'll steal my own thunder. But let me tell you, when you guys see it, I want everybody, there's 84 people here right now. I want you guys to remember it. I was this close to completing my run of Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 261, and I forfeited that for what I was able to pick up. And I don't regret it. I don't have it yet. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have to go get it. I don't regret it. Super dope. Super dope. But yeah, I was killing the ASM right up until I got that drive by. You might want to come next door. I have something you're interested in. Comic Collection Agency. Thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. Matthew, brother, I'm telling you right now, it is brutal over here, man. It is 1 minute to 8 o'clock. So I'm going to say it right now that if I get cut off, recognize that PG&E is covering itself. They are threatening to turn out the power in a significant portion of the Bay Area. So if you guys lose me, that is the reason why. Beach City Comics, that is the first time that I've seen your name. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. It is good to see you. Comic Collection Agency, I'm telling you, bro, is dope. It's dope. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Collectible Zeke is like, you should start your own pressing. No. I've debated it. My wife actually said it to me, and I don't have the time because it when I was doing those when I was doing the mystery mail mystery boxes that I was selling, I did them, and it took me a couple of weeks to press all of the books because I wanted the books to be perfect when they went out. I wanted to be high grade books, so I pressed them. It takes so much time, especially when you have lots of books to do it and do it right. And people are like, "Hey, well, you can shortcut this, you can shortcut that, you can speed up the bathing process." Yes, you can, but it still takes a lot of time, you know. And I'm set up in this room for the purpose of broadcasting and not necessarily for the purpose of working. It would be a different setup if I had multiple presses in here and multiple baths and all that kind of stuff. I just don't have it in me. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't have it in me. Let me scroll through this thing. Yeah, there's no way to keep tabs. There's no way to keep tabs, to be honest with you. It's all like it's all crank. And if you go, I actually offer a couple of tips for how to speed it up. If you watch the Q&A video on pressing, that's actually the part 4. Part 4 is the Q&A pressing video. And in that, I offer a couple of tips for how to make the adjustments a little bit faster. But unfortunately, it's a manual thing. And so you'll get into this thing of, I'm going to press all the floppies, regular floppies first. If anything is bigger than that, it has to wait. And that's just how you prioritize, because I don't even know if there is a press out there that has a button push adjustment, to be honest with you. So, let me see. I love to press my own books, but spend the money on comics and don't manage to save for. It is definitely a catch-22. Definitely a catch-22 right there. Yeah. Here's the thing, man, is what I try to do here on this channel is I try to do stuff that other people aren't necessarily doing. And I try to do stuff that is genuine to me. And there are a lot of people that love spec, and that's cool. If I spec, it's different than how most people do it. I am genuinely here, putting up content that I enjoy and that I think is helpful to other people out there. I constantly put myself in the shoes of either a new collector or a collector that is returning to the hobby after a long departure, because that was me at the end of 2017 going into 2018. And I also try to think about my seasoned collectors that are out there that have a lot more experience than I. I'm constantly putting myself in the shoes of those people, and I'm constantly trying to create content that speaks to them. And I want to add value, and I want to help people, we become smarter about the hobby. And that's kind of what I do. And spec, I don't have a problem with spec. But that's not my game. That's not my game. Not really. You guys know I do a couple of videos on spec, but that's not my thing. I leave that stuff to other people, and I want to be able to offer something that is unique, something that is different, something that is genuine to me. Pedro, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. There you go. Reynolds says, I learned a lot from various videos. Thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. Let me scroll back down to the bottom here. Yeah, that could work. The problem is that you are potentially talking about very minor differences, right, between the two. And I guess you could do that. If you do it and it works, let me know, right? Because you might be talking about some minor differences, between, like, as you screw that thing, it might not even be a full turn. It might be a partial turn. You know what I'm saying? So when you get your press and you start playing around with it, let me know your thoughts, because maybe there is a way to do it and I just haven't taken the time to do it. My wife also doesn't polish her nails, so I don't really have nail polish around the house, but I get where you're going. If you do it, let me know if it works, and then I'll try to make the adjustment. Coach T, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Says, congratulations. Extremely happy for you and proud of you and your future successes. You are one of the best. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. Comic book 62. Just have 2 machines. I asked my wife, I said, babe, can I get a second machine? She said, no. She doesn't really care, but let me see. What do you think is more important in a character, the character's appearances and abilities, or its actual characteristics and backstory? I'm not sure if I fully appreciate that question, Cody. I'm not sure if I fully appreciate that one. So I might need you to ask that again and put a little meat on that bone for me if you could. And it is also 8:04 and the power is still on. So a couple of people here, Reynolds and also Oscar are making the comments here, and Tina is making a very excellent point. What I would say is I have a ton of videos out there on the channel. It's basically what, a 4-part series, 5-part if you include the cleaning step. I would watch those videos. I would watch those videos. I would, ask myself some tough questions around my level of commitment, right? Because you're going to have to spend some money to clean and press a book. You're going to have to spend a couple of books, but you also can save a tremendous amount of money. So you have to ask yourself, if do I really want to do this? And what I will tell you is that people told me before I did it that it's not as hard as you think. And I viewed it as a daunting task. It's a time-consuming task to some degree or another, but it's not a daunting task. And so I would watch those videos. I would ask myself my level of commitment for this and how much money I want to save versus how much money I have, because that to some degree is part of my motivation, is to save money, to use that money to buy more books, right? Or to get books graded versus to spend it on pressing and stuff like that. And then just make the decision whether this is something that you want to do. The way that I look at it is pressing and cleaning books is another aspect of the hobby. It's another aspect of the hobby that I kind of sort of enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I find some aspects of it rewarding. Bringing a new book back to life, fun. Saving some money, a whole lot of fun, but it's not for everybody. Never feel the pressure to do it if it's not your thing, And if you do decide to do it, do what I did. Press a whole lot of cheap books. Press a whole lot of cheap books, and if you mess up, who cares? And I'm gonna tell you, even if you mess it up, you can actually fix it in most cases, unless you like overpress it and squeeze it way too tight, right? But I just think it's one of those things that you just have to think about it. Why am I doing this? If I do this, what impact is that going to have versus this other thing, right? So if you just take the time, slow it down, think through it after watching the videos, a lot of the mystery is taken out of it. It really is. I watch videos where guys were like pressing comics with irons, which I think is cool. If that works for you, that to me just was a little risky. But I'm gonna tell you, that's part of the reason why I don't press other people's books, because of what someone said about the cost. Because of the cost, I choose to press my own books because it actually saves me money. And yeah, when you press an expensive book, it is a little scary until you press the first couple and they turn out perfectly fine. And then they come back with really high grades. Now you have all the confidence in the world to continue pressing book. It's just like anything else. The more you do it and the more you do it really well, the more confident you become in that thing. And the goal is to not become overconfident to the point where you take unnecessary risk. That is the thing right there. So scrolling down through the comments here, making sure there is a video on cleaning books as well. It is a relatively long video on cleaning books, but you definitely want to check that video out, Oscar, because there is a great video on there as well. So scrolling down, Sexton is like, X-Men 1 giveaway for 10K. Yes. I think, you know what? I really do think that is a great giveaway to do at 10,000. And I want to send right now a huge shout out to BD Sexton 13 for donating an X-Men #1 from 1963 for us to be able to do a giveaway at 10,000 subs. So huge. Comic Course. There you go. Dollar fodder, 50-cent books. Let it go. Here we go. What is it? $20 from Hack X. Somebody give me a super chat. If someone gave me a super chat, thank you for that. I don't see it here on the screen. So if someone did it, huge shout out. Probably missed like 6 months. Hey, Reggie with 1G, congrats. So you finally got a Jim Lee sketch. No, I didn't get a Jim Lee sketch because I'm cheap. Yeah, I don't have any other excuses other than the fact that I'm cheap. Sooner or later, I will actually pull the trigger on that one. Yeah, brother. See, look. So it was a donation. Well, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. Again, I can't see it here on this screen, so I definitely apologize for that. But thank you guys for letting me know so that I can acknowledge that super chat. Do you think pressing and cleaning should be done to golden age? What I will say is, I think it's important for every single person that owns that book or owns those books to decide what is in the best interest of their collection and their book. Right? There are lots of reasons not to press a book, lots of reasons not to clean a book, lots of reasons not to slab a book. If I had a comic and I wanted to preserve that comic, I would submit it to be graded. And if I'm going to spend money to send that book to be graded, then I'm going to clean and press that book so as to get the best grade out of it. That is me. But I would also take the time to do the math and make sure that it actually makes good financial sense to clean, press, and grade that book. Or I would have some sentimental value attached to that book that negates the dollars and cents of it. But yeah, I mean, if you have a book, you love the book, you want to get it graded, get it cleaned and pressed. I did not. There's a question here from She Spawn. Huge fan of Spawn. I saw your post earlier today about about Todd McFarlane. That was a really nice post right there. I did not buy it. I did not get Spawn 301. Did not buy it. I looked at it. There was one cover in particular that was calling my name. It was singing to me, and I did not buy it. I did not buy it. Scrolling down through some of the names, Hack Exit is definitely good to see you. Here we go. So Scott got one. Scott got the Spawn 301 Alexander Virgin. So congrats on that. As Funk, how you doing? It's good to see you. Wait a minute. Oh no, yeah, he hooked it up. He hooked it up. That's awesome. I cannot be mad at that one. I definitely appreciate it. That'll cover my shipping for some. Cover my shipping for some of this stuff over here. Scrolling down. What is this? Something online that is going to be a comic get-together event going on at the library in Campbell. I have not seen it. And Matthew, if you have the information, shoot it over to me via email, brother. I'm not sure if I can make it because I have soccer on Sunday with my boy. But I'd like to see, I'd like to know what's actually going on. I did not get that one either. I did not get the reprint of AF-15. I won't do it. I won't do it because I want the real thing. I just won't buy it. But I know there were people out there that actually bought the reprint of AF-15. I think it's definitely cool. I just have not purchased it. I fear golden age due to the age. I tried cleaning, tanning marks, and ended up making it worse. Yeah, so I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know how you were cleaning it, what the situation was with that book. I would say if you've had a bad experience, I think that's a great reason to evaluate what was done and to try to attribute a cause to it to better understand what transpired that resulted in that negative outcome. It's hard for me to speak to that without knowing a lot more of the details. So scrolling down through some of the comments here. Brian Hart, how you doing? He says, yeah, I saw some of those ironing videos, man. I am not putting an iron on my comic, but hey, if it works for somebody, I am not one to judge. If you do it and your results are great, then good. I support it. It was a little risky for me. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Brian, for stopping by. Guy, how you doing? It's good to see you. Jason says, finally made it to a live stream. It is good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Pressing books looks fun, but cleaning books tedious. Yeah. The cleaning is the cleaning is definitely boring. It really is. It's a little tedious, but you do it in spurts. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Part of it is this. If you have a really dirty book, when you start to clean it and you start to see the white pop through and you start to see that book come back to life, that is honestly a little motivating. You know what I'm saying? It is motivating, and it will keep you going to a point where you're like, I need to walk away from this comic, right? Because the last thing you want to do is get frustrated and rush because you'll make mistakes. So you just have to, do it in spurts, and you just take it slow. Take it slow. Just like bagging and boarding to some degree or another. You kind of sort of like, you find a groove, you find a zone, you sit in that zone and you do the work that has to be done. That's kind of how cleaning is, Nate is asking if I'm ever going to crack open one of my books to try to upgrade. I will at some point. I will at some point. I think it'll be a really good experiment, to be honest with you. I actually received 3 books today as part of a trade, and none of those books were pressed. I can tell you that. And each one of them would be a candidate. They're not really valuable, so I probably wouldn't do it with those. But there is always that thing of, if I have the comic, it's already graded. To me, that's kind of sort of good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sort of good enough as is. I know that I could crack it, clean it, press it, send it, and get a higher grade, but then I'm not really going to do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? And so at some point I will do it. I just need to find the motivation to actually pull the trigger. Keith. Scrolling down through the comments here. Scrolling down through some of the comments. Parasitic, how you doing? It good to see you. Maybe a nice ASM 110 for 10,000. See, this is a more sensible approach. This is a more sensible approach right here. I was actually thinking about, honestly, buying a bunch of Amazing Spider-Man 110s and then giving them away on the channel. And then part of me gave a little pause because I didn't want people to think that I was trying to manipulate the market and stuff like that. So I haven't really done it. But yeah, I think that, so here's what I will say. The 5,000 subscriber giveaway that we did was a complete surprise. I never anticipated this being a giveaway that we actually did on the channel. And so for me, I'm not really focused on 10,000, what that will be, because I really do believe in this idea of karma, that something will present itself, and that something that presents itself will be fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And so we've had some really good giveaways from the channel that have just happened to work out. And so 10,000, I mean, it could be an X-Men one. It really, you just never know. You never know. You never know what it could be. Comic Book Joe, welcome to the live stream. You guys are awesome. Scrolling down through the comments here. Got back from CGC. What is it? Reggie, I got a book back from CGC. Says staples removed, but you can see that the staples and the reel still attached. The cover isn't attached though. Should I do anything or leave it? Oh, you might need to send me some more details on that one, brother, so I can parse through that. Got a book back from CGC. Says staples removed, but you can see the staples in the rear still attached. Yeah, hopefully you have a couple of photos to share with me so I can wrap my mind around that. Yeah, reach out to me, brother, so we can talk about it. Scrolling down, Mark Sims, how you doing? Welcome, brother. Comic Collections Agency says some reprints are fun and worth a lot, like low print runs of 4th and 5th printings. I'm scrolling down through the comments here. Viper says, I've never read AF-15, and the facsimile was a great way to do it. Save thousands. Well done, my friend. Well done. I am not mad at you for that one. Scrolling down here. Let me see what else you guys were talking about. Congrats on 5K, now 400K. I'm gonna tell you, that'd be dope. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I mean, I look at some of these guys that have 1 million subscribers, and that's impressive. And it's impressive for a couple of reasons. It's impressive that a comic book channel can bring in that level of viewership. That is impressive. It is impressive that someone is able to create that much content for that long of time to actually draw in 1 million people, right? Whether it be, I mean, honestly, whether it be, 100,000, 200,000, 1 million, those are impressive things, So, you never know. Giving away ASM 110s. Nah, if you're joining the giving game, add to what's up. I'm scrolling through some of the comments here. Have I ever purchased CGC grader notes? No, I've never purchased it because I will not pony up $5. What I do, honestly, is I'm buying the book for the grade. When the book comes in, I stare at the book and I try to find the defects. I don't buy grader's notes. When I get my books done, I get the grader's notes. And I should probably do a better job of like downloading the grader's notes for the books, because when I turn around and sell the books, or just memory, after 8 months, 6 months, they actually go away. But I've never actually purchased grader's notes for a book, to be honest with you. A lot of times, if I get a book, I can probably look at that book and probably know why the book got that grade. If it's a 9.6, probably can't. But there's a hair's difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8, but if it's lower than that, a lot of times you can look right at the book and know exactly why the book got the grade that it did. So Steve Rogers, how you doing, brother? It is definitely good to see you. Scrolling through the names here, seeing what else we missed. I do indeed have some of the best scribers. I do indeed. Some people, man, I tell you, just have a really, really tough time being positive, you know. Scrolling down through some of the comments. Oh, there you go. That is awesome. So Eugene says that he was in an antique store and actually spotted some books that he had actually sold off as a child. Spotted the books. One of them actually had a sketch on a backing board that he drew when he was 15 years of age. And my question to him was, did you buy the collection back, bro? He says, got an email from the antique store owner, made a deal for his run of Wolverine 1 through 144. He gets to pick it up tomorrow. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations to you. Are you in the U.S., Eugene? Are you in the U.S., my man? Are you in the U.S.? If you're in the U.S., let me know. Randy, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. And again, congratulations to you, my friend. You are an awesome, awesome member of this comic book community, and karma is indeed a real thing. Just being completely honest. Eugene, let me know if you're in the U.S., my friend. Tina, thank you. Thank you very much. Eugene, if you are in the United States, he says he's from South Texas. All right, South Texas. Eugene, if you, sir, can fit a medium or a large shirt, then I will give you a Reggie Collects t-shirt on me. If you can fit a medium or a large shirt, send me an email to regiecollects@gmail.com, REGIE collects@gmail.com. I'm going to put a shirt in the mail for you, but I only have mediums and larges. I will put one in the mail to you. I want to honor what just happened to you with being able to find this collection and be able to pick up your collection that you sold as a kid. I want to honor that, and I want to send you a token of appreciation from the channel, from all of these fantastic subscribers that are in this room right now, almost 100 of them. I want to large all day. Send me an email. I will drop this in the mail to you tomorrow. Technically, my wife will drop this in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to wrap this thing up. I have enjoyed you guys. I honestly did not intend to be on here as long as I was, but I'm having fun. And so again, a huge shout out to Grapevine in Stockton, California for hooking this up. Huge shout out to the winners of these books. Randy Resnake was here. He is indeed the winner of the second print. The first print will need to be claimed within 1 week. If it is not claimed, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I technically can't give it to second place because second place would have already received their book. I can't give it to third place. First place, if you won this book, make sure you claim it in a timely fashion so that we can get this stuff sent out. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I definitely enjoyed myself. I had a good time. I think that you guys did as well, which I think is really cool. And if you guys need me, feel free to reach out to me. Oh, before I go, this is the Go Collect giveaway book for this week. This is the book that we're giving away. If you are interested in winning this book, you can enter the contest tonight. The phrase that you need to enter is strife. Strife, S-T-R-Y-F-E, S-T-R-Y-F-E. Strife is the phrase that you need to plug in. You head over to the community tab. You find the post where I'm talking about that book, the Go Collect giveaway. You click the MailChimp link. You plug in your information. You are in the running. You tune into the Ready, Set, Go preview show, which airs at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday night to find out if you are indeed the winner. So there you go. I wanted to give that out one more time. If you guys need me, feel free to reach out to me at regiecollects@gmail.com or preferred Instagram at Reggie Collects. I am not too hard to find if you guys need me. Take care.